Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel 100 Ideas. When buying a country house, not everyone can afford a luxury mansion with an unlimited territory. Often the suburban area has a small size, where in addition to the house, there is a small infield. However, the designers are sure that with the right approach and design of the plot, even from a small area, you can create a unique landscape design that captivates guests and relatives. Having completely transformed the site, you can not only make it beautiful but also visually increase the boundaries and expand the space. How to do it? Let's find out together. Basic rules of registration. When creating and decorating the landscape design of a small suburban area, you need to adhere to 3 rules with which you can avoid the classic mistakes of inexperienced gardeners. To create a cozy corner on a small plot, you need: abandon the construction of large and massive buildings. All structures erected on the site should seem light and airy. If this is not possible, then hedges, shrubs, and climbing plants that can eat the wall of the building will help to make the building less massive. It is impossible to produce mass construction. Structures should be evenly disturbed throughout the territory. Alternating with recreation areas, gazebo, barbecue area and playground, and decorative elements, hedge, rockery, artificial pond, alpine slide, etc. Abandon high blind fences, as in a small area it will feel as if the household is in a cage. A blind fence destroys all attempts to visually enlarge the site. In addition, such a fence changes the microclimate of the site, disrupting the natural air circulation, as a result of which the site and the plants growing on it will suffer. Alternative solution is a chain link fence combined with climbing plants, and a low wooden picket fence can also be used as a fence. Abandon the planting of tall trees and the placement of large objects on the site. Large and massive trees will create shade, reducing free space to a minimum. It is better to give preference to low-growing prolific trees planted in a compact group. Choosing a style for the design of a small suburban area. Before you start landscaping a small plot of land, you need to carefully develop a plan for its creation. If there are no special skills to work with design computer programs designed to create a landscape, then you can use the old method by picking up a piece of paper and a pencil. On the plan, you need to specify the size of the plot and existing buildings, designate recreation areas, a place for planting flowers, shrubs and trees, as well as a plot for beds. The next step is to choose a style for the design of a small plot. The regular style is a symmetrical planting of plants relative to the main axis of the composition with straight paths and strict geometric shapes. For small areas, such maneuvers are undesirable, since straight lines will not help to visually enlarge the territory, but vice versa. The design of the plot and landscape style provides freedom for the placement of decorative elements and plants. The paths here are small and winding. The terrain irregularities are used to create transitions between zones. The construction of an artificial reservoir with a bridge or an alpine slide. A simpler option is to make a flower garden with plants of different shapes, heights and colors. Ways to visually expand the space. A small suburban plot is not a verdict, because with the right approach to the arrangement of the territory, you can expand the boundaries by making an attractive and relatively spacious plot. To implement the idea, various design techniques are used, among which is the creation of an emphasis on smooth shapes and lines. Garden paths and paths should bend along the side, winding between flower beds and decorative elements, which will expand the boundaries of the site. You can complement the paths with floral arrangements, multi-level planting of dwarf trees, shrubs and flowers. You can create a composition yourself or choose one of the trendy made options as a basis. It is important not to chase the number of shrubs and flower beds, as it's impossible to oversaturate the space in a small plot. It is important to choose beautiful compositions that delight with their appearance in bright colors, from early spring to the end of autumn. As a decoration, you can use a fountain, a decorative well, a small artificial pond, or a dry steam. Also, properly selected lighting will help to visually increase the space. Landscaping of a small suburban area. Rules to follow. When choosing plants, it is important to take into account the requirements for illumination. The height of plants planted in a row should increase from south to north. If the soil on the site is poor, then manure and compost will not be able to instantly save the situation. You can solve the problem by buying fertile land of a suburban area. It is important to choose the right color scheme, expanding the boundaries of the site with its help. It is better to give preference to light and pastel tones. There is no need to use a wide variety of colors. It is enough to choose a certain color theme, adhering to it throughout the site. First of all, you can do flower beds, breaking flower beds on the sides of the entrance to the site and near the porch of the cottage. At the same time, flower beds should not be symmetrical, and for their design you can use any improvised means: containers, barrels, old tires, etc. You can also create a stream with flowers, which will be located along a small artificial reservoir. An equally important element of a suburban area is a recreation area, for the organization of which 5-6 square meters will be enough. To do this, you can make a wooden pergola by putting a bench there. You can hide the recreation area from prying eyes with the help of climbing plants, grapes, roses, etc., or hedges. The backyard is the territory located behind the back of the house. In addition to the owners, no one sees what is in this place, and therefore the owners of the plot do not really bother with its gentrification and do not spend any effort or time on the appropriate design of the backyard design, and very in vain. After all, using various design tricks, you can equip a great place for a pleasant pastime with friends at the blazing heat of the barbecue. Most fashionable options for the arrangement of the invisible parts of the site today are the design of vertical arches, decorative fences, cascading placement of flower beds. It is possible to achieve the necessary beauty and charm if you carefully prepare for the upcoming work and take into account all the difficulties that arise. When planning the placement of a gazebo with a barbecue, it is necessary to calculate whether the smoke will interfere with neighbors, whether it is possible to reliably hide a place for intimate conversations for prying eyes, to provide the place for a utility room where the barbecue and firewood will be stored. To place a playground, you should plan the location of such necessary elements as closed type sandboxes, swings, slides, various decorative figures of fairy tale characters. The undeniable advantage of the location of the children's area in the backyard is that the kids are always supervised and away from highways. Great luck to become the owner of a flat area, the surface of which does not require leveling. But what if the relief when it rises then falls? There are two options for solving the problem. Level the surface by pouring lowlands and removing hills, or arrange it with all kinds of stairs and steps. Garden stairs are also interesting because, in addition to their direct purpose, providing convenience for moving around the site with a slope, they will help transform the architectural and decorative appearance of the garden. Due to the arrangement of stairs, you can connect the landscape of the site into a single whole and transform the garden, giving it an aristocratic zest and noble charm. Almost on any site, there is a place where you need to climb from one level to another to connect the different level zones of the site. 2 steps may well be enough. And even on flat, even terrain, stairs will not be superfluous. Low descents and accents will bring dynamics to the surrounding space, making the flat area more diverse. Depending on the type of execution, garden stairs are divided into mortise and free. The first option involves the presence of retaining walls, and the second step is laid directly in the ground. The material for the manufacture of stairs can be wood, natural stone, brick, concrete. The main thing is that the material for finishing the steps matches the style of the site. Admirers of the Art Nouveau style can use concrete slabs of various shapes and colors to decorate stairs, from which it is convenient to lay out fancy ornaments. In this case, decorative plants planted along the edges of the stairs will close the transition from the step to the ground. And the Romantic style, for example, involves the installation of flower pots along the staircase passages, which contribute to the creation of a lyrical atmosphere. It's not difficult to guess that the wickets differ from each other not only in shape, type of opening and design, but also in the material that is used to create them. At the moment, various building materials are used for this, the choice of which depends on the design of the plot and the financial capabilities of the homeowner. The cheapest option is a wooden picket fence, refined cast iron. The classic solution is the use of metal and wood to create wickets, which are often supplemented with brick or stone, natural or artificial. A wooden wicket can be made in the form of a solid canvas or rails, while larch or pine is used as a building material. Wood is an attractive but at the same time inexpensive option for creating a wicket. It is easy to work with this material. A homeowner who knows how to handle tools is able to cope with the creation of the structure. The tree lends itself well to restoration. In addition, it's not too difficult to change the wicket by choosing an original decor for it. The main disadvantage of the wooden entrance to the site is the short service life, up to 8 years. As for the attractive appearance, it will last no more than 3 years. The wooden wicket is suitable for modest and small suburban areas, where there is nothing of value. To create a metal fence and an entrance to the site, forge decorative elements, a fully forged product or a solid metal cloth are used. The metal is convenient to use and install, and the long service life of the material will save you from constant difficulties with care. Metal is a reliable and versatile protector of the site, having an attractive appearance. The main advantage of forged gates is an attractive appearance, thanks to which they become not additional attributes but a highlight of landscape design. The metal has high strength and is resistant to external factors. As for the disadvantages of the metal structure, they include difficulties in closing the wrought iron wicket due to the large weight, corrosion, high cost of high quality and original designs. The right material for the wicket is only half the case, because you need to choose the right decor that can emphasize the advantages of the entrance element of the site. For decoration, you can use metal forging, carved wooden elements, figured overlays made of wood or metal. When using forged metal wickets, you can decorate them using canvas made of corrugated board or plastic. You can add flower pots with flowers or climbing plants to the wicket. We hope this video was useful to you. Like it, write your comments and subscribe to our channel.